Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it 21-8. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. A short kick taken at the 18. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Throwing is Brady on third down. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special, because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The slot man in motion right. Now Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Edelman comes in motion right. They'll go for it. It's Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue. I'm making pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top flight.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Full from all of the bass. My ace boom going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data saying anytime they congratulate us.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. They find some open field here. And all the way in for the touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 70 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
A short kick taken at the 18. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 25 yards that time. The man in motion is Brown. Flacco from midfield. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. Flushed out right. Looking in zone for Jones.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Once more, it's Flacco. Got him in, it's Brown.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Flacco. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Well, he's going to go for it all. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jamal Charles, 39 yards. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Joey Bosa, so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing, Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Flacco, he's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass.
drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Flacco now on fourth. He's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. 96 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that...
Touchdown! Michael Thomas, 36 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on fourth down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there. And even 50 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. Sort of interesting going with a draw play there. Do you like that call?
I don't, but it would be a lot more powerful coming from me if I'd said it before the play actually happened, if I had first guessed it. But look, a draw in that situation, heavy risk reward. If he walks in, it looks like a great call, doesn't it?
And instead brings up a tough fourth down. Tucker's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw again on second down, Flacco. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Flacco. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 62 yards. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Cordell Patterson. He's at the 30. 10. brings the kickoff back 85 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter. Boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First and 10 here for Flacco. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
You know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And I think the ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Marquise Brown, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 10-yard line.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Flacco looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Snatched by the safety, Ed Reed. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He dumps it off to Barkley. Shoves him aside. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running the sweep with McLaurin. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's a wide out. When you take that handoff and you come around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Touchdown! Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Room here to run. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration is settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run it again with Barkley. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 31 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Flacco. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Bruce Smith brings the heat, gets the sack. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Flacco. Able to find Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Flacco. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would...
the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off them fabricate streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo, take off the Sandro Pay, 5-day stay, take off for the meal, hella final. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic that if I'm rich, I'm real. Take off the should know, take off the Doja, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have? You ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up us? Get back in pocket. The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage. The market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't Monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all get it. Jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal. Done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles. I know the feelings that came with burial cries. You ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up us? Serving up a look, dancing in a drop. Hello to the big step, but never lose a count. Fencing in the safe house.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jones looking to throw right away. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run with Patterson. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Drive start, and right away he lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up, and they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jones. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to run forward Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On play action, now Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, 75 yards. And the Lions have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran at the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
Takes it at the 7. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Cordarrelle Patterson. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 27 yards there, a first down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to move back in front. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Dancing to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Dillon, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everybody.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is up to 18 now. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On play action, Rodgers. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Inside the 20. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking?
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I know a coach told me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second and very short, Rodgers, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well timed there by Richard Sherman, a sack on the corner blitz. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Flush to his right. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Rodgers.
They'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he loses the football a second time, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
They run again with Dillon.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Dillon.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Steps away and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He finds Bolden. Touchdown, Detroit. Anquan Bolden, 32 yards.
And the Lions are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
Being chased out left. This one caught by Kittle. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Throwing Jones. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. On 2nd and goal. Jones over the middle. He gets it to Patterson. Touchdown, Seahawks. Cordero Patterson. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air.
And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
On second down, another run for Dillon. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw, Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he's got some space here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back to Dillon on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. On second down, Dillon. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Gronk, the tight end, in motion. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possession.
niggas make major moves. Still the same ones that I came with. Up in a payment, told you we nothing to play with. Guess some things unchangeable. Me and my thirst insatiable. Till we all big time. Face on my rollie on big time. Facing my goals, that's a big climb. Still my flow is unshakable. Run it up, I cannot quit it. I need it, I ain't where I wanna be, I can admit it. Never submitting, I'm fighting my darkest of thoughts. I am a force. I harbor the light that's inside of my heart. I write in my art and give you my story. You are the witness. I came on a mission to give you my pain and give you my glory. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining. Nothing can stop me. All these years, blood, sweat, and tears. But I'm still here. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. Nothing can stop me. I overcame all the odds. I ain't been playing it safe, nah. I was just giving my all. I'm taking it there. Hop in the Wraith and we lay in the stars. I made it happen to bars, yeah. I was just playing my cards. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. I'm taking it there. It's gonna be a riot, that means quiet. I got the can of gas, I'm about to ignite. I am driven, I won't ever get tired, cause I've been left behind, I have to get right. Waiting on the sign, now I just wait on myself. Got nothing weighing on the mind. One thing I learned after all this time, the mountain you carry meant for you to climb. All this time, I'm on the grind. Oh, I'm shining, nothing can stop me. All these...
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
They'll run for it with Barkley, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Terry McLaurin
47 yards. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Brady now on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Forced out to his left. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st down, Brady. That is caught by Carmichael. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now Jones. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd and 4.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff, Barkley running left. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
From the 44, Jones. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Willie Lanier in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. First and 10, it's Patterson. Taken down at the 30.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and wing in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
That is pulled in by Michael Thomas. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Thomas, 30 yards. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. Get a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands though.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Brady now on first down. That's complete to Bo Jackson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing on first down is Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Now Brady again. Buying time to his left. Got a man, it's Harold Carmichael. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll get 34 yards there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try and run forward with Bo. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And this time he is in. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Looking long for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's got it inside the 10. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Brady now to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Harold Carmichael, 26 yards. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Brady. Steps away to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yards.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Brady to throw again. Being chased out left. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now a throw in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Tyreek Hill, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case, the feet.
Throwing, Jones. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. George Kittle, 36 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Play action. Now it's Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Now Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Jones. Able to find Patterson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Now Jones. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Jones. This one left side, caught by Patterson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
second down. Here's Barkley again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
One final try now for Brady. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
So cold, feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5 now. Jones
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Jones. There's Chris Olave. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop it right at the line of scrimmage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on down.
Here we go.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route. What the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
To the air again, Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Burrow over the middle, caught by London. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to it quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Burrow. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
On 2, ready?
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Rob Gronkowski, 32 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure, back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
They'll go again with Patterson. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking long for Thomas. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal was to score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd and 9, Jones completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. Barkley, inside handoff. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. From the 31, Jones. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
11
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. That's caught. It's Gronkowski for a Raider touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is up to 5. Time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And it'll end there he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he returns this to the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long, and hope someone would come free.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A handoff as they run the counter play. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This pass is caught by London. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Burrow on play action. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They hand off to their big tight end. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Come on, ready?
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Chris Olave, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now Urgency has to...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Tucker now to add the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
On one, ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On one, ready?
2nd and 7 from the 20.
11, Thomas. 11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's London. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Hands it off out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Done.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Throwing, Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job. Forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do. But what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be out right at the 35. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. They'll give it to Patterson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Terry McLaurin, 39 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 4th quarter lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference, a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Burrow. And he finds Gronk. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And some room to work. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a return. He did everything but take it to the house. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game? Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On second down, they'll run it here. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. So it's a win here for the Raiders.
It's more than a game. Don't play with my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a